Hey everyone, it's Hannah and welcome to another crafty chat. I have my tea at the ready in my cute little Christmas mug. Because it's now December the 13th, yeah, the 13th. And yes, ooh, my hair. Ooh, more about that in a second. So, welcome. This is a knitting and sometimes crochet podcast, which is fortnightly, and I sit to you, I drink tea, and I talk about all the things that I've been working on in that past fortnight. And, you know, when I finished things and whatnot. I'm wearing all the gift knits today. So this jumper, which has Christmas trees on, which you can kind of see, was knitted for me by my mum. I got it a couple of years ago, and then it didn't really fit me, and I slimmed down, and now it fits me. And I don't know what the pattern is. She got it out of a book, so I think I might give it a block, because I have never blocked it, and my mum doesn't block things. But I might give it a block, just to even out the colour work around the middle. Not saying it's bad. I love it. I love the jumper, but you know, blocking makes everything better. And then I have this fantastic hat that was knit for me by my friend Virginia, and it's made from fibre company Aaron Moore, and it's really soft and dozy. My hair looks terrible today. I've spent most of the morning feeling quite unwell, I will be honest with you. It's okay, I'm fine, don't be concerned about me at all. I took a nap for an hour with a hot water bottle on my tummy, and you know, you ladies will understand. I've been very unwell all morning, but I have a new tea. I was going to review the tea today because I woke up so I got an email from a company asking if I would like to review some tea for them, and I said, sure, I'd love to, I love tea. And then they said, wonderful, I've put together a little package for you and it's on its way. And then it was Monday morning, there was a knock at the door, and there was a huge box about this big and this deep, and it was packed full of tea. So expect some tea reviews coming up in the future. Not paid to do this at all. I just really like tea, and I used to do tea reviews on my old channel, and I used to do tea, like a weekly tea review on this channel. So I do want to bring back tea reviews. Maybe every fortnight I'll do a crafty chat, and then the week in between I'll do a tea review. I'll see, because I do enjoy drinking and trying new teas. But the company is Adagio Teas, which is a company in the States. And the person from their London office messaged me and sent me over some teas. So I'm drinking some of their Christmas tea today. And the tea that I have chosen to have today, which, you know, I didn't know if it was going to settle my stomach or make me feel worse, but it was going to go one or two ways. I went for candy cane, which is very exciting. It's black tea with candy cane pieces, peppermint leaves, and natural candy cane flavour. And the smell of this tea is just, my whole craft room smells of candy cane, and it's amazing. Let me try it and then review it for you. It does actually really taste like candy cane. You know how in my head, I always think candy cane is going to be more toothpastey, but it's not. It's obviously quite sugary and delicious. This is so nice. It tastes like candy cane, but it's not too sweet because it's black tea, so it's got that bitter edge to it. But I've also tried the gingerbread tea, which I did enjoy, but kind of wished it was a bit more fiery. So maybe next time I'll put an extra teaspoon of tea in my tea infuser, or I'm not sure, because it needed a little bit more of a kick for the gingerbread flavour, in my opinion, but it was still very satisfying. And then there was candy apple, which is more, we call them toffee apples in the UK, and it was more of a caramel flavour than a toffee flavour, but it was still very pleasant. And then there's also a chestnut tea in the Christmas teas, and I haven't tried that one yet. But yesterday Mario had a turmeric tea and said it was amazing. So expect some tea reviews in the future. But that tea is very nice. I definitely let it steep for longer than it said, because I did my makeup while it was steeping. But It's not too strong, it's really tasty. Yeah, I like that. I'll take that one. Cool, let's get into the podcast. Hello everyone, welcome. I've just realised that I just didn't welcome people. So welcome to the podcast. I hope that you enjoy it. If you find that you do, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button below this video. And feel free to hit subscribe if you would like to. That way a little video will pop up in your subscription feed whenever I post a video. Yes. You can find me on social media here. All links will be found in the description box below, as well as a link to the Crafty Chat Ravelry group. And in there I will post a thread, and it will have all of the podcast notes and all of the things that you may have missed just by me talking. Oh my goodness, I look terrible with barely any makeup on. I do have some on, I promise. I woke up at 2, thought, oh, I feel better. Fantastic. Gotta get filming before all of the light goes. I'm on a timer, and also my battery's running low. It's just not a good time. So if I'm a little rushed, that is why. So let's kick things off with finished things. And I actually managed to get quite a lot made in this past fortnight. All of the presents, I'm knitting all of the presents. So I managed to get, once again, if you find swearing offensive, please feel free to skip ahead, because there is a word on here that is a swear word. But I managed to finish my mittens. Whoa, they're not very high contrast, but I got them made and I love them. So now these can be gifted to their future owner. These are the How Cold Is It mittens, and this is by Drunk Girl Designs. I used Stylecraft Special 4-ply. It's just 100% acrylic yarn. It's super soft. The mint green is in the colour Aspen, and the silver colour is in Silver, original name. The colour work on my second mitten is much better than the colour work on my first mitten, but I haven't done an awful lot of colour work, so I'm very excited. And they actually blocked out quite well. I was very surprised about that. I adapted the thumb slightly. I increased it a bit, decreased it a bit more, and a bit quicker than it says to, but that's fine. I'm also worried that I made the thumb too short, because it fits my thumb well, and I have small hands, so hopefully it will fit the recipient's hands well. But yeah, finished these, love these, can now gift these. Another reason I wanted to get this podcast filmed today. Again, back, if the camera angle changed, it's because my battery died, or was dying, so I had to put it in to charge while I skeined up some yarn. So made the most of my time. Okay, mitts, done. Next thing, also a present. I finished Mario's socks. He knows he's getting these, they're not a surprise at this point. But this is West Yorkshire Spinners yarn in the Peacock colourway. I used a contrast heel in a skein of yarn that I was sent. Yeah, 2.5mm higher sharps is what I used. I cast on 72 stitches. I did the new depths heel. I increased by 6 stitches, but I think next time I'll either not increase at all, or I'll increase by 4. I'll have a play around with it, because obviously different people's feet have different requirements. And the heel is a little large for him, but that's okay, I don't mind. The socks fit him. He said they're really comfortable, so that's good, and I am excited to gift these to him. Maybe I'll gift them just before Christmas Day, or on the morning of Christmas Day, so he can wear them on Christmas Day. But yes, just a normal sock with the new depth heel pattern, which is a fantastic heel pattern by Becky Sorensen. Perfect for people with high arches like me, also adaptable for people with not high arches like Mario, and it's a fantastic short row heel, so you don't have to pick up any stitches. And yeah, Becky's patterns are really good, because not only does I just really enjoy her writing style of pattern, but in every single pattern, if there's a technique that she that is either new to her or isn't that common of a technique, she will take the time and she will make a YouTube video describing and showing how to do the technique. So it's really, really good if you're both a confident and non-confident and unconfident knitter alike. Because I find myself going to YouTube to find tutorials for things in both crochet and knitting, even though I've been crocheting for many, many years now. I still need to be refreshed on how to do things, but to have a link right in that pattern is very useful. You just click it and it'll take you to YouTube, and yeah. I mean, I'm slightly biased, she is my friend, but I wouldn't big her up if I didn't believe in it, you know? The next finished thing that I have, I don't actually have with me, but I made it out of King Cole Pricewise acrylic yarn in these colours. So I was requested by someone I work with. He's growing out dreads, and he requested a long hat. So I crocheted him a long hat. He wanted it in the colours of the Zimbabwean flag because he is from Zimbabwe. So I crocheted him a hat, and I've got a really bad picture of it here. I haven't seen him wear it, so I don't know if it fits him, but he was very happy and very excited to receive it. But yes, that was one of my finished things. I spent an evening crocheting a hat, which was nice because I haven't crocheted in a really long time, so it was really nice to go back and crochet again. I think one of my New Year's resolutions is going to be to crochet more, because I do enjoy it. Yes, the final finished thing that I have, sorry I'm rushing now, I don't like rushing podcasts, but it's because the sun is setting and I'm a bit stressed of time. I used Rico yarn, Rico Design, Essentials, Merino Print, DK, Superwash, 120 meters per 50 grams, and I made a pair of fingerless mitts. These are also going to be a present. I used a free pattern on Ravelry, the Good Time Mitts, which is a pattern by Spicy Homemaker Melissa Woods. And if I were to make this pattern again, I would use a needle size up, but I mean they fit my hands, and the person I'm gifting them to has quite small hands, so it's really pretty yarn. I made a bit of a boo-boo, so I made this mitten first and this one second, and this one is I've made the cuff 2 rows shorter than I made this one. I didn't realise till the end, but I decided not to worry about it too much. But I really enjoy these mittens. They're really cool and super quick to make, very enjoyable. But yes, I'd go up to a 3.75mm needle next time if I were to make these, because they fit my hand fine, but like I said, I have quite small hands. And I kept that project in my Darn Yarn MN bag, Minnesota, I believe, Darn Yarn MN, from the collab that Megan and I did together a while ago. So I'll just pop them back in there, because then I know where they all are. And once again, they can now be given as their gift. Done. Those are all my finished things. Such accomplishments. Okay, so moving on to works in progress. So my only active whip that I've been working on is actually a half object at this point in time, which is very exciting. So my mum and I got a skein of West Yorkshire Spinners candy cane, but they only had one skein left. Very apt, seeing as I'm drinking candy cane tea. This mug's from Asda, by the way. It was $2.50, and I thought, bargain, it's huge. Tea is nice even when it's not really hot. But they only had one ball of this yarn left. So when we came back to my house, because we went to York, when we came back to my house, I wound off half of it, gave half to my mum. Well, she had just over half, and I think I had just under half. But making it work. So, because it's a 100-gram ball. So I'm going to do an afterthought heel. And I know a lot of people put where they want the heel to be and then knit the foot and then do the, but because I only have half a ball of yarn, what I wanted to do was knit and then weigh the yarn until I had half and then do the toe. So that is what I did. And then I've got a little bit more than half left just in case my scales are wrong, which is really silly. But this is West Yorkshire Spinners Candy Cane, which is their Christmas colour this year. I did a German twisted cast on. I'm using a 2.5mm needle, 60 stitches for me on a 2.5mm needle. And then, yeah, I just did a standard double decrease toe. The contrast, and I have cast on the second sock because I finished this one yesterday. So I've got my teeny moustache. I think I've only knit one row on it. But the contrast is actually a yarn that I dyed myself when I was still in Frankfurt, having a play around with dyeing yarn for the first time. And I actually really like this colour, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to dye it again because I didn't write it down. And I mixed together a blue and a yellow to get this green. So we'll see. I'll have a play around and see, because it's actually a really nice green. I actually really like this colour. And I said I'd knit Mario socks from it, but I'm only using it for contrast, so I think I'll have enough. And then, yeah, I got this much left, and it's a very loose cake, so I think I've got 26 grams here, and this whole sock I think is only 23 grams, but if they're a bit short, they're a bit short. I measured it against my other Afterthought heel socks that I've knit, and it's only like a tiny bit shorter. But I wanted to finish it on this stripe here, so the patterns would start again for my next sock, so they match. Because I usually don't care if socks match or not, but you know, if I can make it match, then I'm going to make it match. And that is living in a wonderful Christmas tree bag that I got as part of Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted. So thank you so much, because I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And then I did have a progress keeper on it, but because I've only just cast on my second sock, I had to take the progress keeper off, but it will be going on when I'm a few more rows in. But it's this little holly leaf. How cute is that? I audibly squealed when I opened the package. I got a little Christmas present from Suzanne of Green Lambkin Yarns, and this was in it, and it was so cute. And I'll show you the rest of the goodies in a moment. I'm sorry I'm rushing this podcast. It's getting dark in here. I'm very conscious. The other whip that I have that is miles away, just sorting out all my badges. I got a new badge in my Bluebird Tea advent calendar. It's just a Bluebird Tea Company pin, which is fun. Is my Oracle shawl, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't touched this in 2 weeks, and it's not because I haven't wanted to. I really have wanted to, but I'm very good at being strict with myself about gift knits, so I've had to make priorities. But I'm very excited to take this with me to my parents over Christmas and get knitting on this again, because I miss it. And this is the Half Moon Oracle Shawl, which is a pattern by Kristen of Vullenvine and the Yarngasm podcast. And yes, I love the pattern, it's fantastically written. I really want the shawl, but I just haven't had any time to work on it because I've been knitting gift knits. But that's okay, these things happen. Selfishness has to take a backseat sometimes, although I am knitting Christmas socks, but that's my tram knitting. It's my knitting for the tram. And that's it, that's all my whips, because I keep finishing things. I'm hoping to get a few more pairs of fingerless gloves knit. Just as a side note, those colours together would make a fantastic pair of mittens, so maybe that will have to happen at some point. But yeah, a few more gift knits to make, but not too stressed about it. I think I'll be okay. I've written no stash fattening, but that's really not true, because I bought all of that acrylic. I bought some yarn because I'm doing a as a present for someone. So when I was buying the acrylic yarn from Knit Nottingham, which is obviously in Nottingham, lovely shop, owned by the fantastic Eleanor, she had a basket of opale, so I obviously had to buy myself some opale, and this is in the colour Prächtig, which means magnificent or superb or words of that effect, you get the drift. But it's sparkly and really pretty, and I mean, I had initially bought it to give to my mum for Christmas, forgetting that I was going to dye her a skein of yarn instead, and I think that she'd prefer me to dye her a skein, but depending what we give my dad as well, she could technically have this as well, but it's so pretty. I kind of want a sparkly blue pair of socks, and they're slightly stripy. I'll let it stew and for the next week or so, and then decide. But it's so pretty. It's got a picture of what it's going to knit up like there. So yeah, it's really nice. Made in Germany. So I got that. And then, like I said, I got a little package in the post from Suzanne of Green Lambkin Yarn. She sent me her Christmas colourway. This is Shuntleys, which is sparkle sock yarn. 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina. And in her podcast, she says that Shuntleys, I mean, please forgive me, Suzanne, because I watched this a few weeks ago now, but she said that Shuntleys were what they would call tree decorations in her household growing up. So I'm really excited to knit these, because she also sent a plethora of minis, and there's another one somewhere. They're behind me. Of course they are. See? Ta-da! So I could have a couple of odd heels, which I very much approve of. So I might afterthought them too, and see. Well, I mean, it depends how this Christmas afterthought goes, because I do love a new depth heel. Oh, I just remembered another thing that I got. I couldn't help it. I bought myself a project bag. I also got another one, but I can't show it because it's a gift. This is by Bertie Pocket, made in Nottingham in the UK. I got this on Etsy and then went into Knit Nottingham and saw that Eleanor stocks them there too, and I didn't realise. But they're really reasonably priced project bags, in my opinion. I went for a drawstring kind of sock size with sugar skulls on, because I like sugar skulls. I think they're nice. And it's got this fab rainbow inside. And yeah, it feels like it's got the kind of lining in it that I don't sew, so I don't know that much about anything, but it feels like it's got the kind of quilting or the kind of stuff in it, like wadding, like quilters use. It's quite spongy feeling in comparison to some of the other project bags I have, but I like it because that makes me feel comfortable that nothing is going to poke through the project bag, and it's such cool fabric. It's really cool. So thank you so much. And like I say, I did get another, but I can't show you it because it is a gift. And I really need to package and post these gifts in the next 2 days if the recipients are going to be receiving them by Christmas. So Christmas, every single year, it sneaks up on me, and I shouldn't be surprised about it, but I am. So that was all for stash patterning, I think. I hope. I got a little question for you, my little wearing my PJ bottoms, because like I say, I was really ill this morning. I really wasn't well. Oh no. Really glad I wasn't in work, because I don't know if I would have been able to have survived the tram journey home without being unwell. But that's by the by. I have a bit of a question for you all, and a bit of an opportunity. So one of my very good friends, Anna, and we are working on a super cool knitting and crochet project planner. Anna, my friend, designs planner pages and is really, really good at it. And she has a YouTube video where she shows you how she plans her week, and very therapeutic, very, very nice. And because I know a lot of people in the knitting community also like planners and bullet journals and planning their projects, I suggested us, you know, coming together and coming up with a fantastic knitting project planning page that either you can have sent to you pre-printed, or you can print off yourself, punch holes in and put it in a folder file of some form. But where you come in is we would like your input. What do you want to see in your knitting planner? What do you want space for? And how would you use your knitting planner? Would you use it as a log for your projects, kind of like a hard copy of your Ravelry project page? You could put, I don't know, a scrap of the yarn that you used. You could take a picture, have space for a photo. You could have what size needles you used, how much yarn you used, all sorts. Please let me know in the comment section below, and we will listen and read all of them. And then, yeah, you could, yeah, fantastic, fun knitting project planner. I'm really excited about this. It should be really fun. And my camera battery is dying once again. But yes, please feel free to pop it in the comment section down below or on my Ravelry group, and I will discuss these with Anna, and we'll come up with a really fun and fantastic and she makes really pretty planners. So yeah, very excited about this. What? Okay, final attempt. So yes, let us know about what you want to see in your planner, and that is that. I have my last Etsy update before Christmas on Friday. I won't say my last Etsy update for 2018, for 2017. Well, I'm in the future, because I actually have quite a lot of time after Christmas where I'm still not in work. So I think I might try and catch up on not only meeting up with people, but also dyeing yarn, and try and get some ready either for a New Year update or whatnot, because I spent a fortune buying quite a lot of blank skeins. That was really stressful. But yes, chromatic yarns. I didn't show you my business card before, but I'm really excited about them. I think they're really cute. They worked out really well. And my Etsy shop. So yes, yes. This is going to be in the shop on Friday. Now, this is me trying to repeat colorways, so they look a little bit different to the first time I dyed them, because I've actually improved, and I didn't know that I had. So this is Fairy Fire. It's looking a lot more blue on camera than it is in real life, but that's just the way things go. It's kind of purple and blue with some natural, and I got some black speckling happening on them, but I didn't want to go too OTT with the black speckling, so less is more, less is more. So yes, Fairy Fire. I also have Storm of Vengeance, and this is the one that I've noticed looks the most different because my speckling technique is improved. Because the first time I dyed this, it was a little splotchy, but it's a light bluish grey colour with turquoise and purple and black speckles on it. And the colours are also all on here, but they're hidden in the twists. But they are both on both of them. But yeah, I love this colourway. I wasn't sure about it the first time I dyed it, but I like it. We also have Vampiric Touch. Now this one I do adore. It's a little bit gothic, and I have 3 skeins. 3 skeins dyed up, ready for me to make myself a jumper, so that's gonna be happening. But yes, it's kind of like a cherry red colour with greys and blacks. J'approve. Like it, I like it. And these are all on my BFL sock base, which is 75% Blueface Leicester and 25% nylon. So they are still very soft. People that have received their yarns already have said that they're surprised about how soft they are, because I was saying about how they're not the same kind of soft that merino is, and that is true. but they are still incredibly soft in their own right. And like, this is 100% BFL, and I will be making a jumper out of it. They're not scratchy in the slightest. So while BFL is really, really good to use for socks, it's also very good to use for other things as well, because it doesn't wear as quickly, it doesn't pill as much as, say, cashmere does. And yes, but I do also have some new bases that I will be dyeing up and releasing in the new year. I just spontaneously decided to have a dye day on Sunday, and just thought that I'd just dye what I know, stick to what you know. Yes. I was going to also dye some more today, but obviously, what with me not being well this morning, it really threw quite the spanner in the works. But I also have Druid craft, which I also really enjoy. Once again, it looks a little bit different because I have improved. But it's green with some of the natural base showing through, with yellow and magenta and brown. And I really, really enjoy these. Oh, I just love all of them. Look at it! We have Fairy Dragon, which is so orange, the camera is freaking out. But it's kind of orangey and yellow, and love it. And then finally we have Flail Snail, which was very popular in my last Yarny update. But it's blues with browns and magenta and orange. If you've been on my channel a while, you will know that I get purple and orange mixed up a lot of the time. When it comes to live stuff, I haven't been doing an awful lot. I went to the Malt Cross yesterday, which is a pub here in Nottingham. I went to Beards and Carols, and I love singing Christmas carols. I did take it upon myself to sing descants, and I sang them very loudly, and my friends I was with were very surprised by how loudly I can sing. Oops, unintentional, didn't mean to. I blame the mulled wine, but also my voice is suffering a bit today. Should not sing notes that high without warming up first. It also snowed here in the UK, as I'm sure a lot of you know if you've been watching People's Vlogmas, or you've just been looking at people's Instagram. We've had a little bit of snow and the world went crazy, because our country cannot cope with any snow at all, ever, which surprises me year upon year. What else have I been up to? Not an awful lot really. I've just been working. I'm really settling into the groove of working in the coffee shop that I work in, and I'm really excited to talk to you after Christmas, because that's probably the next time I'm going to be able to talk to you all about upcoming plans I have for Chromatic Yarns and the Corner of Craft, and things that I hope to achieve in 2018. But with all that being said, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, or whatever you happen to be celebrating this time of year. And if you don't celebrate anything at all, I hope you have a lovely end of December. I will be back hopefully after Christmas, because Mario's back at work and I'll be back here by myself, so I might try and get a few live streams done, and I will try and get some dyeing done and podcast more. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the podcast notes for a full list of everything that you may have missed. And yeah, my camera battery is flashing at me. It's very stressful. It's been a very stressful and rushed podcast. They're not usually like this. Usually I pre-plan my battery situation in advance and lighting, but the world was a little bit against my body was against me this morning. But yes, thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me that you joined me. Like I said, hope you all have a lovely Christmas, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you all have a lovely whatever you're celebrating. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!